Alright, so we just got like the most craziest bits of news. My heart is literally racing. I don't even know what to say right now. Georgia will open the 2023-24 basketball season against Oregon in Las Vegas. This literally just got announced 5 minutes ago. I literally jumped out my chair. I don't even know what to say. Sick'em Dogs, this is the article on sickemdogs.com. Georgia will face the Oregon Ducks in the Las Vegas doubleheader to open up the season. Georgia and Oregon will face off in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas November 6th, which will likely be the season opening game for Oregon. Georgia and Oregon have only faced each other one time. The Ducks one time Oregon defeated Georgia 87-74 in 1975 in the IU Classic in Indiana. Oh wow. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That definitely was not on my bingo card. I had Georgia opening the season against Mercer, which I thought would have been a game where Georgia would start to the right track. A little easy opponent just to get, not easy, but at the same time not a team that is going to beat you down to court. You would have to mess up for them to beat you, but wow. I mean, opening up the season against the Oregon Ducks. They did in football last year and Georgia handled them pretty easily. But to open up the season against the Oregon Ducks, and Kerry Oquendo is going to be playing on the Oregon Ducks too, that is absolutely bonkers. That came out of left field. That was not even on my predictions at all. So what does that mean for Georgia? Well, that means the first, and let's see, hold on, now I'm curious, what day will November 6th be? Because that probably would be I don't think they would have, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. I'm just shocked right now. I literally am just at a loss for words. November 6th. That is on a Monday night. So that is a Monday night. So I will be having to stay up late for that game. That is absolutely crazy, man. I love these West Coast games. You know, Georgia really don't play many. Georgia does not go out to California often. But that is like some of the most craziest bits of news I have ever received. I mean, I literally just jumped from my chair. Like, I think it might even be broke. I don't know. But, now what does that mean for Georgia? Well, that means you're going to have a tough task to start the season. And that is, look, Georgia could be Oregon. Georgia could be Oregon. We just talked about it a few hours ago. Georgia has Justin Hill, M.A. Moncrief, Jabri Abdul-Rahim, and Frank Anselm returning. But you do got these guys, Big Russ, R.J. Hernandez, the guys you've brought in from the transfer portal. Everybody's got to be on par that night. The season opening game against Oregon, I mean, and these guys, St. Joe's last year when Georgia scored, what was it? Georgia had a great first half and then had a slow second half. Against UAB, Georgia had the first great 10 minutes and they didn't play good for the rest of the game. You're not going to have time to start. Well, okay, well, if we get down 10 points at halftime, you can come back to 10 points against Western Carolina or even Mercer for that matter, but you cannot come down. You're going to have to play one of your best games. Oregon made the Final Four just a few years ago. I believe it was the 2016. Now, definitely they're different teams now, but Oregon, you can make the case Oregon is kind of a basketball school the last few years. When they had Jordan Bell and Dylan Brooks and Tyler Dorsey and Peyton Pritchard and Bol, those guys, those were fun teams to watch. And you could bet Dana Altman's going to have Oregon ready to go. So Will Mike White have Georgia ready to go? That is the question. You know, Georgia started off 13-4 last year, then lost 100 games down the stretch. But to start the season against the Oregon Ducks, that was not even... I didn't even think it was... That was not even something I was even expecting. I mean, I was thinking, okay, maybe Mercer, maybe some small teams, and then you get the game with Wake Forest. That's going to be your toughest non-conference game. Oh, Lord, that has just changed completely. This probably was going to be Georgia's toughest non-conference game. That's unless they draw maybe Miami in the tournament in the Bahamas, because Miami just made the Final Four. Oregon is successfully a historic success. Dadgum, I don't even know what I'm saying no more. They historically have had success in basketball. Georgia hasn't. The only time they played, Oregon won, and that was back in 1975. So, Georgia's going to have to be on their A game this night. And I know this is months away. Georgia is going to have to be on their best to beat Oregon. This kind of gives me the feel of the 90s, where Georgia would play a game against Georgia Southern and go all the way to go to Las Vegas to play Maryland, and here's just some little stats now. Matter of fact, the last, and we're about to Google this, I believe one of the last Pac-12 team Georgia played was in 2019 against Arizona State. So it's been a while since Georgia has played. I was going to look that up, but then I remembered, oh yeah, Arizona State, they had the back-to-back games, 18-19 to 19-20 against Arizona State. Oregon is in Arizona State, though, so I don't even know what to say, man. Wow. Georgia is going to have a test to start the season. Not even a test. I guarantee you Georgia's going to be double-digit underdogs in that game. I mean, at least 8 or 9 points. But I think Georgia's going to be 11 to 12-point underdogs. And especially if you're playing in Las Vegas, a place Oregon owns. I mean, in football, that's where the Pac-12 championship is. In basketball, Oregon plays a few games in Las Vegas. I mean, they own Las Vegas. You're technically going to their backyard. I mean, have you ever seen Oregon basketball and football games in Las Vegas? Majority of the time, they sell out games, or they have the majority of the fan base. Now, I know Georgia probably won't. I mean, it would be nice, but we're talking about basketball here. Georgia probably won't have, but maybe 15 or 20% of the arena full. But dang, to start the season against the Oregon Ducks, that is absolutely bonkers. So we'll end it with that. Georgia will open the 2023-24 basketball season against the Oregon Ducks in Las Vegas. The doubleheader game, I don't believe it's been announced. I think it might be USC versus somebody. I don't even know, but wow. I know I'll be doing November 6th, 2023 now, and that will definitely be watching Georgia versus Oregon. The Dogs are going to have a tough task. There's no doubt in my mind that is going to be one of the hardest games on the schedule for Georgia, but I believe they can win. And, you know, I guess until then we just find out. We're starting to get more of the basketball schedule. But wow, I mean, starting the season against Oregon, that was just something just completely out the blue. I didn't even think about that happening. So there it is. Georgia's basketball season will start against Oregon in Las Vegas, November 6th. Probably 10:30 unless they get the first game of the doubleheader. I would hope they get the first game, but it's going to be a late night one regardless. So, yeah, let's go Hoop Dogs.
Unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.